Okay, so this is how I do the proof for IronBirds banners. Just open up. I type in IronBirds and I have everything. Well, I have the template itself saved in this folder. Let's open that up and I have a template. Which I currently have open. Hold on, let me close that so you can see what it opened up as. Honestly, I'll probably just save this one over this one. But okay, so when you open it, it'll open. I just already started this one and then realized I should record. So paste it in here, make sure that it's the right dimensions to start, which is 288 by 92. And then make sure that it's centered on the pads. So see where the pads are versus our artwork. And I'll make sure to put that on the art layer, because a bleed layer will add to that later, but just make sure that these are pretty well lined up, because that'll matter later. So, okay. Okay, so this is going to be one of our proofs. So I'm just going to unlock the pads. Make sure that the white is off, because that'll print when we need it to print. That's for this part right here. So just make a copy of that one. I'm just going to group that one and just do the F12. Oh, you know what to do when that happens. Okay, so yeah, if the anchor's not linked, or if the chain's not linked, it'll distort it. So just undo, Control Z. Make sure you have that artboard selected, which I didn't. No. And because I have this, that's why that happens, because I had the 9-pack off to the side, not in the center. So that's why that happened, why it set it over here instead of over there. Okay, so that piece is done. So now we're working on the bleed version, which looks like that. That's what we're trying to do, to show that they overlap. These are smaller pads, but to show that how much extra we're printing and see how like parts are repeated, that's because they're going to overlap. So that's what we're trying to do here. Okay, so a lot of times they send, we don't need the pads anymore, so we turn that off. And oh wait, I think, I'm trying to think of a faster way to do this, but transfer, this is the fastest thing I've thought of so far. Is once you have this one reflected, just use that same one, move that one up. Grab, grab, grab. And then set over here, wait till it aligns here, and flip that. And then I'm actually going to move our little proofing window out of the way, because it doesn't make sense for it to be all the way over there. Not that left our proof up there. Hold on, let's grab that real quick. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to grab these guys, move over there. The exporting is the part that I know that I'm most worried about, because it's weird, the way that we have to do it. Okay, so now, seeing all these, we need them to overlap, how they overlap into this one, then into this one. So, so I'm going to turn the whites back on, and then we're just going to remove what we don't need.
I mean, even at, yeah.
Like, so let's delete every other. Boom, boom, boom. Delete, delete. So we got rid of those. So now we're going to need to do 1, 2, 3 artboards. So, right, so file. Export as, export screens. So then you can see on this one. So 3, 5. So we're doing odds first. And then we want it as a PDF. So let's check to make sure that this looks good. And it's going to, that's going to save it directly into the folder that we already have. Rather than doing that, let's make sure that we save this in the right spot. So I believe
when I was up there the other day,
I already started the baseball one. Yes, I did. Okay. So I'd already run this. So the, what's it called? The proof. I already pasted all that stuff in there and ran the proof ops extract. So I'm going to copy this, make a new folder.
That's it. That one is, and that's
So
all.
Outlook, new folder, paste. So
Area. So that will. I didn't.
So we're going to copy this, so that way we can reference it in here as we export. Okay, so
well, to change from the.
oops, wrong button. Control Alt F. Let's try that. Control Alt F. Is that what that said? Oh, E. Control Alt E. There we go. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to tell this where to go. So we have a new location for it. Double check that it opens the right one. Or we could just put it in there. So select folder. So there we go. We make sure it works. Boom. Nope, that's not all we need. We need that one. Alright, we'll figure it out if it doesn't work. Include a profile. Include bleed. I never uncheck those. I just leave those as is. Just want to make sure that this is set to, okay, as long as it's not like set to small or like anything. Let's save. Export artboard. It doesn't seem like it's doing anything. To files. Okay, so let's go in here and adjust this. Let's just do high quality, see what it does. Export. Nope, that's the one that we don't like. Alright. So, press quality. Nope. So, this is what I did before, so sorry about that. Let's just do default. I think that worked last time. Yes, okay. So just export. Okay, so that's our odds. There should be our odds. So let's open one, make sure it looks good. Boom. So what these white lines are, they help him line up from the back. So he'll wrap a portion of this. Once he wraps it on the pads, we'll be able to see these white lines from the back. And as far as I know, they worked out well last time, so we'll see. Maybe he'll email me, let me know, one or the other. Just gonna say no to this. Don't show me this message again. No. Okay. So now we're gonna go back and do the other boards. So then just Control Z, go back, and then lock those, and just delete everything else. And then was it Control Alt E? Now we're gonna switch it over so it's 2, 4, 6. And I could change file names, I just haven't done that right yet. And export So they should be ready to print. Okay, so it added those to that one. Cool. Okay, so now we're going to turn off white completely. Well, we're going to undo. Undo. So they're all back, but we're going to turn them off. And then lastly, file export. So now I can use this to show him this one. So this is just for proof only. So I don't want to. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, turn that one off. Oh, let's do it like that. So since it's just a proof one, I think that's fine. Otherwise, we'll change it. No big deal. Yeah, this will be great. All right, perfect. So now what we're going to do is open this. So we basically just did is we created our print files while we printed a proof. So our print file is ready. So now you see how these are all separated out, but still kind of overlappy. So that is a proof right there because we opened it in an Illustrator, so we can now copy and paste it into our frickin' proof. Here. Oh, I had that locked, so that's why that didn't work. Group them and then hit F12. Okay. So then there we go. All right, and I have this over here. I'm going to keep it on the other page, but this is where I'm copying these blocks from in order to make the proof, because I'd already extracted that from, or copied and pasted that from CoreBridge. That's in another video if you need it. All right, I'll do that. Okay, but yeah, this is how I'm doing the proof and prepping the files. So, okay, bye.